Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having an amazing day. Today I have quite a few recommendations for you, and these are going to be series that follow families. Now this is actually more common than you would think across historical romance, across contemporary romance. This is a pretty common thing, but these are just some of my favorites, some of the noteworthy ones, the ones that give you all of those fantastic feelings that you would want from a series that follows a family. So if you are interested in those recommendations, make sure you keep watching. And if you are interested in more recommendations, please consider subscribing. Other than that, let's get right into it. So the first series recommendation that I have for you is the Ravenol series by Lisa Klepis, the first book being Cold-Hearted Rake. So this follows the Ravenol family, and the first one is about the widow to the brother of the Ravenol brother named Theo, and he has three sisters. Two of them are twins and one is an older sister. And in this one, after Theo dies, his cousin Devin comes to take over the estate, and he fully intends to sell the estate until he comes across Theo's widow. And he is immediately enamored with Kathleen. She is very loving and caring, and he is the notorious, stereotypical rake. I personally didn't love this first book in the series. I ended up giving it 3 stars, but the rest of the series is absolutely phenomenal. I think I've given every single one of them that I've read so far 5 stars. My personal favorite is The Devil. I don't know, that's hard. It's either Merry Winterborn or The Devil in Spring. I loved both of those, but this is just a fantastic historical romance series following a family that I really recommend. So then we have another historical romance series. This is the Maiden Lane series. Compared to the Ravenol series, this is much grittier, and this kind of sparingly follows the same family. It follows the same orphanage or the same city, and the orphanage is often run by the same family. And even if the main couple in that book isn't there, the characters of the family are still there. I love Wiccan Intentions, the first book in the series. This is a dark, gritty, Batman-esque historical romance. It's about St. Giles, which is this crime-ridden neighborhood, and there is this vigilante type character running through all of the books who is fighting crime in St. Giles. So then my last historical romance series recommendation is the Destiny series by Beverly Jenkins. This follows one central family, and it follows the 3 brothers, and they own a ranch, and the hero in the first one runs the ranch, and then you have the subsequent brothers involved in the ranch. I love this series. Beverly Jenkins for me is a cozy author. If I want something low angst, which is not often, I will go to Beverly Jenkins. The first one is a kind of enemies to lovers. I say kind of because it gets resolved pretty quickly. That's kind of a staple with Beverly Jenkins writing, is that her romance angst usually wraps up pretty quickly, and then it's external conflict. But I love the brothers in this series. The third one is about a pirate, if you're interested in that. So I would recommend this. So then I have some contemporary. 2 of these are dark, one of them is not series. The first one that I have to recommend to you is the Brutal Birthright series, and it has a spin-off series, the Kingmaker series. This is all mafia, and it's following 2 families that are kind of connected through marriage by the first book. And this follows the siblings of those 2 families getting their own romances. I really like this series. It's not my favorite Sophie Lark. I think this one, in my opinion, is a little overhyped. I don't think she as an author is, but I didn't love this one. The majority of them are 3 stars, but the first one is a fantastic introduction, and it makes me excited to read the Kingmaker series, which follows their kids. So if you really like series that follow families, then you have that spin-off series where you can kind of get enmeshed in the whole world of these families and these connections. And I think that's what drew me to the series the most, is she does a fantastic job of connecting the family trees, and so you just kind of feel this warm and fuzzy of seeing your couples from the first one in your companion series. So I would recommend those if you like mafia romances and you haven't checked this out already. The other mafia romance recommendation that I have for you is for Nero. I cannot remember what the title of the series is, but the first one is kind of a high school bully-ish. The heroine witnesses a murder by the hero's family, so he is like recruited to get close to her and figure out what she knows so that they could possibly have her killed. And then he like quickly becomes obsessed with her, and his brothers and I believe all of his friends have their own books as well. It's like a 7-book series, and I loved the first one. If you like obsessive heroes, you'll like this as well. And I'm very, very excited to continue on with his brother's books, because his brothers were great as well. And then the last contemporary recommendation that I have for you is not dark, but it is lovely. And this might be shocking if you've ever watched another video from me, but it is the Winston Brothers series by Penny Reed. This is it's a small town romance. I believe it's either in Tennessee or Kentucky. I know those are very different states, but I can't remember which one. It all follows the Winston brothers, and the first one is about one of the twins of the family. I believe it's either 4 brothers and a sister or 5 brothers and a sister. I can't remember. But it's just a lovely small town romance family that's super connected. They all have their kind of issues with each other in the family, and they have kind of a sad past, but there's like family dinners and going to events together. It's just all very cute, and they're all very supportive of each other. And I have read the first 2 books in the series and loved them. They're just kind of comfy little audiobooks to listen to. The audiobooks are fantastic. The guy that narrates the heroes, let me tell you about a sexy accent. So those are all of the series with following families recommendations that I have for you. Leave your comments down below, your recommendations that you have as well. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Thanks so much for watching.
Pull me in, draw me close. I wanna hear your heartbeat.